There's fresh doubt about how Victoria will gain further federal funding for the government's largest infrastructure project, the Suburban Rail Loop. State Opposition leader Brad Battin claims comments made by the Deputy Prime Minister to Sky News says he wants to walk away from the project, but the Premier begs to differ. Victorian political reporter Simon Love has this exclusive report.
As May 3 approaches, there's renewed focus on Melbourne's $34 billion Suburban Rail Loop East project and the comments of the nation's second in charge.
Do you believe in the Suburban Rail Loop project?
Well, look, we released the funding, the $2.2 billion that we'd committed at the last election, and we'd done that under the advice of Infrastructure Australia. Our focus in terms of this election is in respect of the rail link to Tullamarine Airport, and that's why Sunshine Station is such a focus.
Brad Battin seizing on the comments as he crows a call to cancel the Suburban Rail Loop.
When the Deputy Prime Minister won't say that he's focusing on this project, there's a real problem. I'm sure he has a pretty big say around that cabinet table federally, and I would say he wants to walk away from this start of a project like Infrastructure Australia.
But Victoria's Premier Jacinta Allen is taking a different spin on Mr Miles's view.
So, Simon, we already have a partner in the Albanese Labor government in the Suburban Rail Loop. Those comments from the Deputy Prime Minister, nothing that new from what has been said previously. We already have a partner in the federal Labor government in this project. And Victorians well remember what it was like to not have a partner in delivering vital infrastructure that our city and state needs.
That infrastructure around an underground rail line also includes dozens of apartment towers. Developers would be charged value capture fees to account for a third of funding for the project. It's allowed the government to claim the rail loop as the nation's so-called largest housing project. But as the coalition federally commits to scrapping federal funds, a parliamentary hearing this week explored a key question over what happens above ground.
If the Suburban Rail Loop doesn't go ahead, will the tall tower centres still be built?
The activity centres that are out on consultation at the moment are based on the fact that you would have significant public transport infrastructure in relation to them.
So given there wouldn't be the transport infrastructure available?
That's not for me to speculate. As I said, I think they're a related conversation.
Okay.
Transport bureaucrats having a view each way as the federal election looms for the key call on a major Victorian project. Simon Love, Sky News, Melbourne.